for the last year, what happened in the K. The 23-year-old driver finished second to Cup champion Kevin Harvick on the road course located roughly 6 hours north of his former home in Solvang, California, a result that led to Harvick's public praise of Rodgers. "Sonoma has always been the one that I wanted to win, for a few reasons," Rodgers told NBC Sports. "It was my first NASCAR start ever, in 2016. The other part is we finished second to Kevin Harvick last year. As that may be considered a win itself, I still didn't walk away with the hardware, knowing where I made mistakes and why I didn't win that race. I needed the chance to go back and do it. Thanks to Jefferson Pitts Racing and sponsor Kelly Benefit Strategies, he was able to that last Saturday, winning the Carneros 200, airing at 6 p.m. ET today on NBCSN, from the pole and defeating 5 Cup drivers, Eric Almirola, William Byron, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones and Alex Bowman. Rodgers said it, for sure, was the biggest win of his career. "I say my success was not because I beat 5 Cup drivers," Rodgers said. "It's because I matured as a driver and I decided this is exactly what I'm going to do and I went and accomplished it. It wasn't necessarily banking that I beat those guys, it was that I accomplished it myself. I'd say that's something that will hopefully help me not let it go to my head, because it's just a way for me to say to myself, I need to keep working harder, I need to finally now figure out how I can have that mindset going into a circle track and go win a race." Rodgers has now won the last 4K. 3K. "I know when I'm in the element everything is going to fall into place, and I'll be comfortable." Before arriving at the K, he detailed how all of those racing disciplines has helped him in his transition to stock racing, which combines all of those things while driving a boat. Go-karts, you learn how to be consistent and you learn how to read racetracks. You start to learn your competitive edge. Motocross, you learn how to be extremely aggressive yet read terrain very well. Sports cars, you learn how to really maximize your equipment and you really maximize the racing surface. The way that I put it, try to wring the neck of any car that you're driving at any track you race on. Martin Truex Jr. and Cole Pearn have a good thing going. Truex's win Sunday at Sonoma Raceway came in his 123rd start, with Pearn serving as his crew chief. The two have had an eventful tenure in their 4 years together at Furniture Row Racing. Since teaming up in the No. 78 Toyota in 2015, Truex's second year with the team, the duo has scored 16 wins, 45 top 5s, 75 top 10s and an all-important championship last season. How does their record so far compare to the first 123 races of other notable driver-crew chief pairings in NASCAR history? Racing Insights compiled the info of 9 pairings, including Truex, Pearn and Kyle Busch, Adam Stevens, who have 119 starts together. They would have 130 starts together if not for Busch missing 11 races in 2015 due to injury. Truex and Pearn would have 124 starts together if not for a 1-race suspension for Pearn in 2015. The data includes 5 active pairings: Pearn, Truex, Stevens, Busch, Chad Knaus, Jimmy Johnson, Rodney Childers, Kevin Harvick and Paul Wolfe, Brad Keselowski. Among the 9 pairings, the best is Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Hammond, who had 2 championships, 28 wins, 75 top 5s and 91 top 10s in their first 123 races together. The most comparable pairing to Truex, Pearn is Knaus, Johnson. After 123 starts, they're tied for 16 wins and 75 top 10s. While the Hendrick Motorsports pairing had 2 more top 5s, Truex and Pearn earned their first championship faster. Johnson and Knaus earned their first title in their 5th year together when they reached 176 starts together. Check out the info below. Pairing starts, wins, top 5s, top 10s, titles: Jeff Hammond, Darrell Waltrip 1 2 3 2 8 7 5 9 1 2 Cole Pearn, Martin Truex Jr. 123164575 1 Adam Stevens, Kyle Busch 119185474 1 Rodney Childers, Kevin Harvick 123135984 1 Chad Knaus, Jimmy Johnson 123164775 Ray Evernham, Jeff Gordon 123195171 1 Kirk Shelmerdine, Dale Earnhardt 123225989 1 secured second title in 125th start Greg Zipadelli, Tony Stewart 123144776 Paul Wolfe, Brad Keselowski 123113961 1 only 119 starts together Jesse Iwuji is a busy man. While the 30-year-old spends his weekends competing in the K. He drives the number 36 owned by Patriot Motorsports Group and former NFL linebacker Son Merriman. Try to be more than a driver, I have to be an ambassador. Iwuji told NBC Sports. I represent the folks in the military and people out there with big goals and dreams. Hopefully with this journey I can show people that it is definitely possible. Iwuji, a native of Carrollton, Texas, is the son of two Nigerian immigrants who moved to Texas in the 1980s. Iwuji, who was on active duty from 2010 to 2017, has competed in NASCAR since 2015 and has 38 combined starts in the K. He caught the racing bug during his Navy deployment when he visited drag strips and road courses to take part in open tracks days with his own car. After telling a man he met at a car show about all his track activity, he suggested to Iwuji that he should look into NASCAR. I am African American and there's really not a lot of African Americans in this sport right now, Iwuji said. I see more coming. I think more will come as we all kind of pave the way right now and show NASCAR is open to all races, all genders, you name it. It's not closed to anyone. If you want to race, grab a helmet, grab a suite, get on the right team and you can make it. Watch the above video for more. Iwuji doesn't have to be in his military uniform to help people. Last weekend, he kept a family of 4 out of danger when he noticed a fire underneath their car while driving down a highway. After getting them to pull them over, he got them out of the car before it was engulfed in flames. Safety, 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 guys and girls. I saw a small little fire underneath this family of Foss van and I knew right then it was about to be bad news. I'm glad I stopped and got them away because they were still worried about getting stuff out the car. Things went from small to bad. Picked out twitter.com/avenue6e7j76nd, Jesse Iwuji, at Jesse Iwuji, June 25, 2018 NASCAR makes its annual trip to Chicagoland Speedway this weekend with all 3 major series in attendance. For the last 7 years, the Cup Series has visited Chicagoland in September. The first 10 years Chicagoland hosted a Cup race, it was run in early to mid-July. Last year's Xfinity and Truck Series races were hosted during this same weekend. Here is the track schedule, all times Eastern, Thursday, June 28, 3 to 10 p.m. Truck Garage Open 5:30 to 6:20 p.m. Truck Practice, no TV, 7:35 to 8:25 p.m. Truck Final Practice, no TV, Friday, June 29, 1 p.m. Truck Garage opens 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Xfinity Garage Open 4:35 to 5:20 p.m. Xfinity Practice, NBCSN, 5:40 p.m. Truck Qualifying, Single Vehicle, 2 rounds, Fox Sports 2, 7:15 p.m. Truck Driver, Crew Chief Meeting 7:35 to 8:20 p.m. Final Xfinity Practice, NBCSN, 9 p.m. Overton's 225 truck race, 150 laps, 225 miles, Fox Sports 1, MRN. 10:30 p.m. Cup Garage Open 11:30 a.m. to 12:20 p.m. Cup Practice, NBCSN, Motor Racing Network, 12:40 p.m. Xfinity Qualifying, Multi-Vehicle, 3 rounds, NBCSN, 1:45 p.m. Xfinity Driver, Crew Chief Meeting 2 p.m. 2:50 p.m., Final Cup Practice, NBCSN, 3 p.m., Xfinity Driver Introductions, 3:30 p.m. Overton's 300 Xfinity Race, 200 laps, 300 miles, NBCSN, MRN. Cup Qualifying, Multi-Vehicle, 3 rounds, Impound, NBCSN, MRN. Sunday, July 1, 10:30 a.m., Cup Garage opens 12:30 p.m., Driver, Crew Chief Meeting 1:50 p.m. Driver Introductions 2:30 p.m. Overton's 400 Cup Race, 267 laps, 400.5 miles, NBCSN, MRN. NASCAR America discussed what winning feels like after a long winless stretch, beginning with Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2005 victory at Chicagoland Speedway. The win for Earnhardt came 20 races after his last visit to victory lane at Phoenix at the end of the 2004 season. Going through those times when you're not successful, not winning races makes you appreciate what winning feels like in that moment of joy, Earnhardt told Nate Bryan. It really makes you long for it and miss it and need it. I don't know that we felt like we were going to be in a position to have that. We hadn't run well enough to feel, man, a win's right around the corner. But thanks to strategy and having a fast car when we needed it, Earnhardt led the final 11 laps to take the checkered flag. That took a lot of pain away. That took a lot of frustration away. That took a lot of heartache away, Earnhardt said. Analysts Steve Letarte and Kyle Petty discussed their own victories that snapped winless streaks. Letarte chose his 2009 win at Texas Motor Speedway. It was Gordon's first win since 2007 and his first win at Texas. Winless with Jeff Gordon is not a good place to be, Letarte said. You asked yourself, would it ever come again? What was gone? Where did the magic go? Not only was it a win that we needed, it was a win at a track that he had never won at. A track that was really snake-bitten for Jeff Gordon. That made it even more special. Watch the above video for more.